about you? He said, oh, I'll just take water. Now, why did I say that? Because I didn't have the money. I didn't have enough money to buy myself another tea set. I am Dan Warburton, a transformational coach who's known for having enabled thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners to succeed in extraordinary ways. I've also got web spaces full of testimonials backing this up, and I'm often invited to speak to audiences of thousands around the world about what transformation makes possible. I now get to live an extraordinary lifestyle, and I want you to be able to experience the same. The day I really began to succeed was the day I gave up being liked, instead took on being of service. Once you get this, really get this, you'll begin to succeed in extraordinary ways. You see, when I began creating my coaching practice and creating one-on-one coaching clients, I'd be sat with a client and I'd have all sorts of challenges come up for me. Let me give you an example. So there I was at a particularly low point. I remember it was freezing cold. I had no central heating and I was wearing 3 jumpers at home. And I had the opportunity through somebody I met networking and giving them a complimentary transformational coaching session. And so I got my suit, the only suit that I had, and I brushed it off. And I requested that she met me at the Grand Hotel in Brighton. It's the grandest interior of any place in Brighton. It's really amazing. And I went there and I greeted her and I said, would you like tea or coffee? She said tea. And I said, okay, great. Let me organize that for you. So I waved over the waitress. She came over and I said, can I have one of your tea sets? And she said, just one? I said, yeah, that'll be fine. And so what about you? She said, oh, I'll just take water. Now, why did I say that? Because I didn't have the money. I didn't have enough money to buy myself another tea set. I just about bought her. It cost about £8, which is quite a lot of money for just tea, but you pay for the surroundings and all of that. And so it was delivered and we sat there, she drank her tea. And in that moment, I could hear myself thinking, oh God, I haven't got any money. How am I going to pay my rent? I hope she chooses me as her coach. What am I going to do? I've got to go back to my freezing cold flat. What other opportunities I've got? But the whole time, I kept letting that go, let it go, and I kept listening to her and what she was dealing with. And she was in a job, a career, working as a lawyer that she didn't enjoy because the hours were long, she didn't have much fulfillment in it wasn't creative. So through coaching her, I enabled her to experience some breakthroughs in her life, to realize that it didn't have to be that way. That through becoming aware of what she really wanted to do and then distinguishing the very most effective actions to take, that bit by bit she could steer her life towards a more inspiring future, or a completely new future that truly is something that would leave her fulfilled. And she had such a huge breakthrough that I then said to her, would you be interested to see what it might look like to work with me as your coach? She said, yeah, that'd be great. So I asked her what we would work on, why we would work on, so I qualified her a bit, and I said, would you like to work with me? She said, yes, I'd absolutely love that. And I said, well, to work with me would be £7,500 for 6 months. And she went silent and she said, oh, that's a lot of money. I didn't say anything, I just held the silence. And she said, would I need to pay that all in one go? And I said, well, for you to really commit to this fully and play full out, if you invest that amount of money, you're going to really show up and you're going to take on my coaching and you're going to really benefit from that. And she said, okay, how do I pay you? And I said, just do me a bank transfer, that's great. Later today, I'll send you an invoice, and if you pay it tomorrow, then we can start the coaching the day after. We set the date, and sure enough, I went home and I ate the last bit of food that I had, and the next day, by mid-morning, I opened my bank account, my computer, and there it was, £7,500 had cleared. Now, the reason why I got that sale was because at no point in any of that conversations did I make it about me. Did I make it about me getting money? Did I make it about, me getting food or being liked or recognized or impressing her or anything like that? The whole time, I was really attentively listening to her and coaching her to enable her to break through into a whole new experience of what would become possible for her. And as a result, she felt the depth of service. She felt how committed I was to her and to her success. And as a result, she was so moved by that, and obviously had become so trusting of me that that's what I really wanted for her, that she happily paid me that amount of money. From then on, my life has transformed completely, and I've had money coming in consistently. So take this on today. Give up trying to look good, give up trying to be liked and all those things, and just start looking for how you can truly make a difference to somebody else's life through delivering your product and your service. And when you do that and people get your commitment to do that, that is when you'll begin to succeed in extraordinary ways. If you've got an entrepreneurial friend, then make them feel special by sharing this video with them. Also, feel free to contact me about anything. And don't forget, if you're truly committed to succeed, then hit that subscribe button.